Global trade tensions rise. One of President Trump's top advisors has expressed hope for a zero-tariff trade relationship between the US and the European Union. This comes as Trump's wide-reaching tariffs begin to take effect. Speaking via video at a political event in Italy, Elon Musk shared his vision of a future free trade zone between the US and EU. For now, the EU faces a 20% tariff on all imports into the US. World leaders are voicing concerns. UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer and French President Emmanuel Macron vowed to coordinate their response to these new economic policies. Public protest across the US. Meanwhile, tens of thousands have marched in cities across the US, protesting President Trump's return to the White House and his policies. Australia's delicate position. In Australia, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese confirmed the country won't impose retaliatory tariffs despite being hit with a 10% baseline levy. Peter Draper from the Institute for International Trade says this is a strategic and wise decision. Avoiding economic self-harm, Draper explained that retaliating would only hurt Australia and may trigger more backlash from the US. Instead, the government is focusing on diversification and economic resilience. Walking the tightrope between powers, Australia is caught between its security ally, the US, and regional powerhouse, China. When China imposed trade pressure years ago, Australia chose to absorb the impact and diversify. Shifting alliances in the region now, Trump's new policies could push more countries in the region closer to China, creating new regional trade dynamics. Strategic anxiety grows. Australia and other US allies like Japan, South Korea, and the Philippines are increasingly concerned. Draper warns of the rising isolationist tone in US foreign policy, threatening long-held alliances. Fear of abandonment. As Draper puts it, Australia is experiencing a fear of abandonment, a growing unease about its reliance on US security. Impact on Scottish exports. Scotland is also feeling the heat. Key exports like whiskey and salmon are likely to become more expensive due to tariffs. Businesses brace for change. In New York, Scottish bars like the Caledonia are preparing to raise prices or switch to American alternatives like bourbon. Loyalty to Scottish products. Stephen Wong, a fish wholesaler, says his Michelin-starred clients still prefer Scottish salmon. Despite price hikes, quality and reputation keep demand steady. Fighting for market access. Scottish business leaders are calling for tariffs to be reduced or eliminated. Until then, they're focused on navigating these new challenges and protecting their markets. Conclusion: trade at a crossroads. As Trump's tariffs ripple across the globe, nations and businesses are rethinking strategy. The world watches, adapts, and braces for what comes next.